Welcome to Stoic Inspiration, where timeless wisdom meets modern life. Explore the principles of Stoicism and discover how to find peace, purpose, and resilience in a chaotic world. Let's embark on a journey toward personal growth and inner strength.
Have you ever found yourself feeling emotionally drained after interacting with someone? Maybe it's that one coworker who never fails to bring negativity into the office, or perhaps it's a family member whose critical remarks leave you feeling low. Toxic people can be everywhere, and navigating those relationships can feel like an uphill battle. But fear not. Today we're going to explore 10 clever Stoic strategies to help you deal with toxic individuals effectively. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This wisdom is crucial when faced with toxicity. The ancient Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, faced their own challenges and adversities, yet they emerged with profound insights on resilience and emotional strength. They understood that not everyone we encounter will uplift us. In fact, some will try to bring us down. In a world that often feels chaotic and filled with negativity, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of your own peace of mind. But what if I told you there are practical strategies you can employ to navigate these challenges with grace and confidence? By applying the principles of Stoicism, you can create a barrier against negativity, protecting your inner tranquility. Throughout this video, we will delve into each of the 10 strategies that will empower you to manage toxic relationships. From understanding the toxic threat and fortifying your mental walls to learning how to limit exposure and build a supportive network, each strategy offers valuable insights. We'll also explore self-care and the importance of remembering that their behavior isn't a reflection of your worth. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with actionable tools that can help you maintain your composure and resilience when faced with toxic influences. This isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in your personal and professional life, regardless of external negativity. So whether you're currently dealing with a toxic person in your life or want to prepare yourself for future encounters, this video is for you. Identifying and understanding the toxic threat. In Stoicism, one of the core teachings is recognizing what you can control and what you cannot. Toxic people thrive on your reaction, your emotions, and your energy, but understanding their nature is the first step to freeing yourself from their influence. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Toxic individuals can project their negativity onto you, making it essential to recognize how their behavior affects your internal state. Identify their patterns. Are they manipulative? Do they thrive on conflict or constantly pull you into their drama? Maybe they criticize everything you do, seeking to undermine your self-esteem. Understanding these traits helps you separate who they are from how they make you feel. It gives you clarity so you can decide how best to respond or not respond at all. Remember, their toxicity is a reflection of their internal struggles, not your worth. Understanding this isn't about fixing them. Stoicism teaches that we cannot change others. We can only control our reaction to them. The goal here is to maintain your inner peace by understanding their true nature. Once you see through the emotional fog they create, you'll realize that the real threat is how much control you let them have over your mind. Your task is to observe, not absorb. Fortify your walls. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, reminds us that no one can harm you unless you let them. The idea here is to build emotional and mental boundaries, strong, resilient walls that toxic people cannot breach. Just as the Roman legions would fortify their camps to protect against enemies, you must fortify your own boundaries to safeguard your inner peace. What does this look like in practice? First, it means knowing your limits and clearly defining them. Do you tolerate constant negativity, or is there a line? Toxic people will test these boundaries, often pushing to see how much control they can exert. This is where you must be like the Stoic warrior, firm, calm, and resolute. Boundaries are not about being defensive, but about being proactive in protecting your mental and emotional health. Communicating these boundaries is crucial. However, you don't need to justify or explain them, simply state them with confidence. Remember, you are not responsible for how toxic people react to your boundaries. Epictetus taught that what others say or do is beyond our control, but how we respond is entirely up to us. Fortify your walls by staying true to your principles, and don't let anyone make you question your worth. Just like the walls of a fortress, your boundaries must be maintained. Toxic people will often try to break them down gradually through guilt, manipulation, or passive aggression. But the stronger your inner fortress, the less their actions will affect you. In the end, the Stoic way is about protecting your mind from external harm and staying steadfast regardless of external pressures. The broken record technique. In the face of toxic behavior, it's easy to get dragged into endless debates, explanations, or confrontations. Toxic people often seek control through confusion and manipulation. But in Stoicism, we learn the power of simplicity and consistency. The broken record technique is an effective method that embodies the Stoic principle of steadfastness. Here's how it works. When confronted with someone toxic who refuses to respect your boundaries or tries to manipulate you into engaging with their negativity, calmly repeat your stance. No matter how much they push, twist your words, or try to provoke an emotional response, you respond the same way, over and over, like a broken record. This method aligns with Epictetus's teaching. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Toxic people are often fueled by your reactions. They want you to argue, to defend yourself, or to get emotional. But when you remain consistent, refusing to engage in their chaos, you rob them of the power they crave. Your calm and repetitive response sends a clear message. You won't be manipulated or drawn into unnecessary conflict. For example, if someone continually criticizes you or tries to pull you into a heated debate, respond with something like, "I've made my decision, and that's where I stand." When they try to bait you with more arguments, repeat it. "I've made my decision, and that's where I stand." No emotion, no elaboration, just quiet, steady resolve. In Stoicism, this mirrors the idea of remaining unshaken by external events. The broken record technique also helps avoid the traps of over-explaining or justifying yourself, which only feeds the toxic person's need for control. Stoics understood that repetition builds strength, whether it's practicing philosophy, maintaining discipline, or reinforcing boundaries. The broken record technique is your way of practicing this discipline in real life, turning away from drama while preserving your mental energy. Don't take the bait. One of the classic strategies toxic people use is baiting, provoking you in ways that lead to emotional reactions, making you feel like you must defend yourself. This could be through insults, passive-aggressive comments, or even subtle jabs designed to get under your skin. But as the Stoics teach, the key to maintaining peace of mind is not falling for these traps. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed, Marcus Aurelius wrote. The essence of this lesson is that toxic people can only affect you if you allow them to. When you take the bait, you're essentially giving them control over your emotions. They want you to react, to feel flustered or angry, because that gives them power over your mind. But if you refuse to engage, you take back that power. This means practicing emotional detachment. Imagine their words as arrows. They fly toward you, but instead of letting them pierce, you simply let them pass. Hitting their mark, they fall short because you've decided not to give them weight. Detachment doesn't mean being indifferent to everything. It means not being pulled into unnecessary emotional storms. By refusing to react, you maintain control over your mind. So how do you avoid taking the bait? First, recognize when you're being baited. Toxic people are often very good at disguising their provocations in seemingly innocent remarks. Once you recognize it, pause and take a deep breath. In that moment, remind yourself that reacting gives them exactly what they want. Instead, practice indifference. Don't respond emotionally or even respond at all. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful response. When you don't take the bait, you deny the toxic person the reaction they're seeking. Over time, they may grow frustrated and stop trying to provoke you. As Epictetus advised, if someone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you. Instead, answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned only these." This humorous but wise approach shows that you can rise above petty provocations with grace and self-assurance. Ultimately, not taking the bait is about mastering yourself. You cannot control what others say or do, but you can control how much you let it affect you. This is true Stoic resilience, facing provocations with a mind as steady as a calm sea, untroubled by external winds. The art of non-reaction in the face of toxicity is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. Toxic individuals thrive on attention, chaos, and your emotional responses. They feed off conflict and drama, trying to pull you into their storm. But here's where the Stoic lesson of equanimity comes in. The more you practice non-reaction, the less control they have over you. Non-reaction is not about passivity or weakness. It's about choosing what deserves your energy. The Stoics were masters at this. They understood that the things that happen to us are often beyond our control, but how we respond is entirely within our power. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Toxic people want you to react, to engage in their negativity, but when you respond with silence or calm, you show that their behavior has no hold on you. Think of it this way: you are the calm center in the middle of a storm. No matter how much the wind blows or the rain falls, you remain unmoved. Toxic people will try everything to provoke you: sarcasm, insults, guilt trips. But your lack of reaction is a shield. They may rant, accuse, or lash out, but when you choose not to respond, you take away their power. You're telling them without words, your behavior doesn't control my peace. Non-reaction doesn't mean you agree with or tolerate their behavior. It simply means you refuse to fuel their fire. This takes practice. It's easy to feel tempted to defend yourself, to argue back, or to point out their flaws, but in doing so, you step into the very trap they've set. Instead, be like a Stoic sage. Observe, breathe, and let go. Ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Most times the answer will be no. This is where the power of emotional detachment comes into play. Toxic people can only hurt you if you let them. The next time someone tries to pull you into their negativity, practice the art of non-reaction. Stay calm, don't engage, and let their words fall flat. With time, they will realize they cannot shake you. As Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, let them think they've won by not engaging, because the real victory is your unshakable peace. Limit your exposure. While Stoicism teaches resilience, it also emphasizes the importance of setting limits when it comes to toxic influences. Sometimes the most Stoic response is not to fight, argue or engage, but simply to walk away. Limiting your exposure to toxic people isn't about running from a challenge. It's about understanding that some battles are not worth your energy. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." This is a reminder that the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset and well-being. If someone continually brings negativity into your life, it's essential to evaluate how much time you're willing to spend around them. Toxic individuals can drain your energy even without you realizing it. Their constant complaints, criticisms, or manipulations slowly wear you down. It's like being exposed to a slow poison. Each interaction takes a little more out of you. Limiting your exposure is about protecting your mental and emotional health. You wouldn't willingly consume poison, so why allow someone to inject toxicity into your life day after day? The Stoic approach is not to let yourself be consumed by such negativity. If possible, distance yourself from toxic individuals. This doesn't always mean cutting them out entirely, though that may be necessary in some cases. It can also mean creating emotional and physical boundaries. Limit your interactions to essential communication and avoid situations where their toxicity can take root in your mind. If it's a family member, co-worker, or someone you can't completely avoid, set firm limits. Interact with them only when necessary and keep those interactions as neutral as possible. Remember, it's not about shutting yourself off from the world, but about choosing wisely where you direct your energy. As Marcus Aurelius advised, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You control how much access toxic people have to you. By limiting your exposure, you're also sending a message: I value my peace more than your chaos. This isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. Stoics understood that peace of mind is priceless, and protecting it is a vital part of living a fulfilled life. It's not about isolating yourself, but about making thoughtful choices regarding the company you keep. Build your support system. Even the Stoic philosophers, known for their independence and self-reliance, acknowledge the importance of having a trusted network of supportive people. Toxic individuals can isolate you, leaving you feeling like you're the problem or that no one else understands. Self-care also helps you maintain emotional detachment, a core Stoic principle. When you're well rested, physically active and mentally sharp, you're less likely to be pulled into emotional storms. Toxic individuals can only disrupt your peace if you allow them to. By taking care of yourself, you reinforce your inner defenses, ensuring that their negativity doesn't take root in your life. Remember, it's not about you. One of the most liberating truths in Stoicism is understanding that the behavior of others often reflects their own struggles, insecurities, and issues, not your worth or your ability to cope. Toxic people often project their unhappiness onto you, trying to make you feel guilty, inadequate, or responsible for their emotions. A core Stoic lesson is to remember that their toxicity is not a reflection of you, it's about them. Marcus Aurelius advised us to keep our focus inward, asserting that what lies in our power is our thoughts, our choices, and our actions. When faced with toxic behavior, it's essential to recognize that you are not the source of their unhappiness. Often, toxic individuals are fighting battles within themselves that have nothing to do with you. They may be projecting their insecurities, fears, or unresolved issues onto you as a way to cope with their inner turmoil. This realization is powerful because it liberates you from taking their behavior personally. Instead of engaging in the drama they create, you can view their toxicity with a sense of detachment and compassion. This doesn't mean excusing their behavior. Rather, it means understanding that they are acting out of their own pain. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your reaction to their toxicity should be one of compassion and distance. Trying to fix a toxic person is another trap you can fall into. The desire to help can be noble, but toxic individuals often resist change. They may not even recognize their behavior as a problem. Your efforts to help them may lead to frustration, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Instead of trying to fix them, focus on how you can protect your own peace and well-being. Recognize that change must come from within them, and it's not your responsibility to initiate that process. By detaching your self-worth from their opinions or actions, you gain a new sense of freedom. You can engage with toxic individuals without becoming ensnared in their negativity. Recognize that their toxicity is a reflection of their inner battles, and as such, it's important not to internalize it. You have the power to choose how much weight you give to their words and actions. Ultimately, this Stoic lesson helps you cultivate resilience. You can stand firm in your self-worth, regardless of external judgments or criticisms. By remembering that it's not about you, you can navigate the chaos of toxic relationships with a calm and centered mind, focusing on your growth and well-being. When to walk away. Stoicism teaches us that life is filled with challenges and difficult people, but it also emphasizes the importance of knowing when to walk away. Sometimes the healthiest and most stoic choice you can make is to remove yourself from toxic situations entirely. This is not an act of defeat. It is an affirmation of your worth and a commitment to your peace. There are circumstances where the toll of interacting with toxic people outweighs the potential for resolution or understanding. In these cases, walking away becomes a powerful act of self-preservation. Seneca wisely advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When dealing with toxic relationships, it is essential to recognize that clinging to unhealthy dynamics out of fear or obligation can deplete your resources and undermine your well-being. When should you consider walking away? The signs can vary, but they often include feeling drained after interactions, experiencing anxiety or stress related to the relationship, or realizing that attempts to set boundaries are met with hostility or manipulation. Recognizing these signs is crucial in maintaining your peace of mind. A Stoic mindset emphasizes clarity and self-awareness, allowing you to assess whether a relationship is genuinely worth preserving. Walking away doesn't mean you're abandoning someone. It means you're prioritizing your mental and emotional health. It acknowledges that you cannot save everyone, nor is it your responsibility to do so. In the face of ongoing toxicity, the most courageous and stoic action can be to distance yourself. This act protects your inner serenity and demonstrates that you value your peace over chaos. When you make the decision to walk away, approach it with grace. You don't need to make a grand exit. Instead, simply step back and let your actions speak for themselves. This can be a powerful statement. You refuse to engage in toxic dynamics any longer. Stoicism teaches that the best way to handle difficult situations is to maintain your dignity and composure, even when walking away. In the end, choosing to walk away is an exercise in self-respect and personal empowerment. You are not merely a passive participant in the relationships you engage in. You have the agency to choose which relationships nourish your spirit and which ones drain it. By walking away from toxicity, you reaffirm your commitment to living a life aligned with Stoic principles, one of resilience, integrity, and unwavering self-worth. Dealing with toxic individuals requires a clear understanding of your own power and boundaries. Toxic people often thrive on negativity and drama, but you don't have to engage with them at that level. Recognizing that their behavior is a reflection of their inner struggles, not your worth, allows you to navigate these interactions with clarity and strength. Implementing strategies like fortifying your mental walls and practicing techniques such as the broken record method will help you maintain your composure in the face of negativity. Establishing clear boundaries is not just a protective measure, it's an assertion of your self-respect and commitment to a positive life. Limiting exposure to toxic people is essential for your mental health. Understand the dynamics that drain your energy and diminish your spirit. Distancing yourself from such influences is a courageous act of self-care. It's not only acceptable, it's necessary for your well-being. Building a strong support system can make a significant difference in how you cope with toxicity. Surround yourself with uplifting individuals who inspire you and reinforce your resilience. You're not alone in this journey. Positive relationships can provide the encouragement needed to maintain your peace. Prioritizing self-care is equally important. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and allow you to recharge strengthens your ability to confront challenges. The Stoics valued self-reflection and inner calm. By integrating self-care into your routine, you prepare yourself to handle negativity with grace. Knowing when to walk away is a powerful choice that reflects self-love. Not every relationship is worth keeping, especially if it continually disrupts your peace. Disengaging from toxic dynamics empowers you to focus on what truly matters, your growth and well-being. Carry these insights with you as you navigate the complexities of relationships. Each interaction with toxic individuals presents an opportunity to practice resilience and reinforce your inner strength. Life is too valuable to be consumed by negativity. Make conscious choices that cultivate positivity and purpose. Embrace Stoic wisdom as a guiding principle. Protect your peace, nurture your well-being, and cultivate relationships that uplift you. By doing so, you enhance not only your life, but also inspire those around you to seek a more positive existence. Choose wisely and continue to cultivate the strength and resilience that lies within you. Until next time, stay strong and keep pushing forward on your journey toward a healthier, more fulfilling life.